when you put a group of fanboys in a room with a mic? From video games, comics, and movies to uncensored social commentary, nothing is off limits. With your hosts, Pistol Pete Jr., The Blue Guy, Chuck Ditch, G-Roll, and Player 2. This is The Real Press Start. So sit down, load up, log in, and press start.
Welcome to the Peter and Al podcast.
Oh, yes. We are fucking back. It is time for you to get them headphones in and with the Peter's eye. Because it is the Peter and Al podcast. Pa, 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 pa.
And liberty bitty.
With your host, Pistol P. Jr., Chuck Div, and the Jeezy Weezy, a.k.a. Creamsicle.
A.k.a. and liberty bitty.
Sponsored by Tide.
Sushi's trying to get in on the show.
Go sushi.
Get down from there, you. Come on.
Exclusive Star Wars review episode. Papa.
Yes, I feel like we're all mixed on this review. I don't
My
know.
Peter is not out for the Star Wars movie.
Yeah, not at all.
Not even in the slightest. The more I think about it, the worse it gets. It's a bad movie.
Yeah, honestly.
I enjoyed it. I liked it a lot.
Because you're a weird fucking
Because he
guy.
has a 3-point scale.
Because you never
I have
give,
3
yeah.
points. No, I mean, no.
You
I
never
really,
rate any movies below a 5. You never give anything below
Below a
6.
7.
So, yeah, or, yeah. Yeah, nothing below a 7.
All right, well, let,
So
let
if
me,
you give it a 7, you're giving it basically a 1.
let me hear your points
your-
on why you didn't like it.
It's terrible.
No
The fight, it was
consequences.
visual. It was very visually stimulating.
Yeah.
I like the cinematography was great.
Mm-hmm.
The fighting scenes and the choreography was good.
Mm-hmm.
Just like any other Star Wars, other than the first couple.
Yeah.
And then the writing was just terrible, man. Just awful. There has been since Palpatine died, there has been any notion or anything that Palpatine was around
Yeah.
and coming back. And then from the get-go of this movie, right off the bat, they're like, oh, by the way,
Palpatine's alive.
Palpatine's been behind this all along.
Yeah, you know what?
And then it continues to get worse with Palpatine, especially at the end when they're fucking. What are you playing?
I'm listening.
You're playing some fucking game. What are you playing? You fucking.
It's just some game. I'm just trying to get my fucking
You
daily
stupid
bonus
ass
before it goes
fiend.
away. Go.
You stupid fiend. You video game addict. Anyway, the part where he's like, "Oh, look at this bond. It is so overwhelmingly powerful that I've never seen before. And now it's mine. And now you have made me stronger, and I absorb your power, and I become the Omnisith."
Yeah.
Stupid.
It felt like a paper like I would write in like the 4th grade, where you're just like, and this happened, and then this happened, and then this happened, and then this happened,
Yeah, I'll
and
give
then
you
this
that. I'll
happened.
give you that.
Yeah, exactly.
It was kind of that.
But wait, there's more.
Yeah. I'll give you that. I think, but
Exactly. That was a good.
I think-
It felt like it was worse than the Game of Thrones finale wrap up. Far worse than the Game of Thrones finale.
the thing I think though is a lot of that has to do with the way everything went down with fucking Last Jedi, like all the bullshit like with the fucking like really fucking this. How can I say this shouldn't be the last one because they had to retcon everything that they did in fucking Last Jedi. They had to like correct.
But did they have to retcon it?
They did because fucking so Force Awakens set up a bunch of shit.
Sure.
And then Last Jedi came in and said, "Oh, all that shit in Force Awakens is all like fuck all that, like fuck all of that."
Yeah, but so in the same spirit, you could have just been you wouldn't necessarily have to say fuck all that. Like if they already said fuck all that stuff before, then you could have just kind of went off onto something else, right?
I mean,
when instead they're
that's
just
what
they kind of hung on to whatever Force Awakens did and tried to fix whatever Last Jedi did, and in doing so they wasted time.
They wasted our time, our money, their money, everybody's money. They did Star Wars dirty. They did the franchise dirty in the process. And you're out here rating it a 7 out of 10.
Honestly, I liked Last
spit
Jedi
on your
more
review,
than this
sir.
movie.
Did you really?
Yeah.
What?
I like this one way better than Last Jedi.
No.
I didn't like Last Jedi.
Last Jedi was the last one, right?
Yeah.
No,
That was better.
You
Yeah.
thought so too?
Yeah.
I didn't like Last Jedi.
Last Jedi at least did stuff that you wouldn't see coming. That sort of made sense. Like
Yeah, it had some sort of, and it had like a linear, some sort of linear thing to go off.
I feel like
following.
this one, what this movie should have done, that it's more. I feel like this one should have been the second movie.
Mm-hmm.
This should have replaced Last Jedi, and then there should be a third.
Like, honestly, with Last Jedi, the only thing I would have done differently is not kill Snoke.
Yeah.
Yeah, make him a better villain somehow.
Yeah.
Or
but that was part of the thing too, was because I think
Like
they were building up to Snoke being somebody, but then they just killed him off.
the reveal of Palpatine being her dad was like so soft.
Grandfather.
Yeah,
grandfather,
yeah. Oh, like you're a Palpatine. Like,
That was another thing. Every situation that they got themselves into that was supposed to be a problem
Yeah.
didn't end up being a problem.
Yeah,
For example, the grandfather thing. They Rey finds out that the most evil man in the universe is her grandfather.
Yeah.
And in the next 10 minutes, it's resolved because she sees fucking
Luke and Leia.
She sees Luke and Leia,
And now
they're
she's
like,
Skywalker,
And they're
yeah.
like, yeah, we taught you, even though we knew.
Yeah.
And then she's like, oh, okay, then I'll just move on with my life. Like,
Yeah. No,
Or-
I agree with that.
or another example would be like when they kind of fake you out with Chewie's death. They don't really let you sit on that. It's like immediately you know
That he's okay.
he's
yeah.
okay. The only people who don't know he's okay are the characters, and that doesn't work well.
Yeah. What's funny though is during the so in that scene when Finn tells Chewie, "Go get her,"
Mm-hmm.
and then you see Chewie go out, and it was just a very ominous shot of just Chewie going behind the rocks,
Uh-huh.
and I literally turned to my mom and was like, "If Chewie dies, I am walking out." And then the next fucking scene, he dies. Well, you're led to believe he dies, but then oh no, he didn't die.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, no, I agree with that too. I don't know. I guess maybe I was just giddy with it just being Star Wars. I might have to watch it again because I just had that I'm watching a new Star Wars movie feeling.
And then you remember how the other day you were saying about how it was how the Mandalorian isn't like the prequels, where it's like, oh, look at this character but young.
Yeah.
This was like that but old.
Old.
Look at this character but old.
Yeah, you kind of. Yeah, I'll give you that. You know what? I might be just feeling that new Star Wars giddiness, because I can say I enjoyed myself watching it the entire time. There was a couple things that
It was very visually stimulating.
Yeah.
And the action scenes were good. There was a lot of action.
and it
wasn't boring at any moment. It wasn't like this is boring.
The
Yeah.
force powers are pretty over the top for me.
It could be too. The other thing was the fact that I literally I binged. Well, I mean most people did though. Just binge Star Wars before watching this one because this is the end of all of that. Everything new, everything else that's coming in Star Wars is going to be brand new.
I hope they get more creative with it.
Um,
Even with the fight scenes and everything, there's not enough creativity in it.
There was one thing I noticed. I don't know if you guys even paid attention to this at all. If you watch the prequels and if you watch the original trilogies, in the original trilogies, if you look in New Hope, Luke's wearing all white. In Return of the Empire Strikes Back, he's wearing grays or darker colors, and then in
Return of the Jedi wears black.
he's wearing all black.
Just ain't
And
fucking around anymore.
and in the
Understand.
prequels, Anakin in the first one he's wearing white, and
Gray.
then in the last one he's wearing all black. And this one, Rey was always in white, and fucking Ren was always in black.
I know Anakin was wearing brown in the second.
In the second one, but it was going towards the darker colors. He was still more on the fence. The other thing I noticed too, like the one thing I was complaining about the whole time I was watching it was with the Knights of Ren. It's like, oh, these guys are fucking cool, but they just follow him around.
Yeah, they don't do anything.
They don't do anything.
They just stood around and looked cool.
Yeah, that's it.
Like when they were in the desert, they were just standing in formation on some rock.
Yeah.
Like, what is the strategic purpose of this?
Yeah, these guys are badass, but and then he fought
and then he fought them, and they were nothing.
And then when he did fight them, like, okay, because the Knights of Ren are supposed to be that's his crew, right? That's the guys that helped him like be who he is, and it's like he just fought them and killed them like they were like, oh, fuck these guys, these were just stormtroopers.
Yeah.
Like there was no no connection at all to them. It was just like they were just there.
Yeah.
Like to me, what it reminded me of is I don't know if you'll get this reference, Gabriel, but Michael might. Is do you remember the Mean Street Posse from when Shane brought in his friends from Greenwich, Connecticut? No. So in WWE, Shane is the owner, is Vince McMahon's son, and there was doing a storyline where he was just kind of doing whatever he wanted, and so he brought in a bunch of his friends that he grew up with to be wrestlers, and he was just giving them like, oh, here's a title for you, and here's a title for you, and it was just like, and it just kind of felt like that's what it felt like. It felt like Shane and the Mean Street Posse. It was just like it was Kylo Ren and the fucking Kylo Ren and the boys. But yeah. That was my thing with them. It's just
like why would they help Palpatine?
Yeah, there was no reason for them to turn on Kylo Ren at that point.
Yeah, because they were part of his crew.
Yeah, they were his crew.
Not Palpatine's
unless
crew.
Palpatine
was trying to recruit Ren's fucking First Order or whatever the fuck it's called.
And then the other guy, I want to know who that fucking because there was a whole swerve with "I'm the rebel spy," and it was like
that too.
Fucking
I'm the rebel spy, and then he dies.
Yeah,
in
goddamn Weasleys.
In 0.2 seconds, in the next fucking thing.
And then they make you not care about him by being like,
yeah, like in that moment when he saved them. He seemed
really nice.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, cool.
And then he goes, listen to me. I don't care if you win.
Yeah, then you immediately just stop caring. Like, oh, okay, well, fuck you then.
Yeah, and then
I don't care if you win. And
then they kill him, and you're like, okay.
Yeah, well, that's what you fucking get.
He's dead now. But it doesn't really affect me emotionally because
he was a much bigger part.
He was a bad guy up until now, and then
he shot.
You let him do good thing, and then he was a dick after.
He did one good thing and then was an asshole about it. I liked his character too, though. I liked him throughout the series.
That's another thing. Like it's like his story arc was just like progressively becoming more and more of a bitch.
Yeah.
Like in the first movie, he was like equals with Kylo.
Yeah.
It seemed like.
And the second one,
the second one, he was just like a.
He was like a tattletale, like a whiny. Like,
like, oh, you can't do that, Ren.
Yeah. He became C-3PO.
Yeah, I was about to say that. Yeah, he became the dark side C-3PO.
Oh god, what was the fucking little guy's name?
Oh, he was the best thing.
He was the best thing in the whole fucking movie.
Babu Freak.
Babu Freak, yeah. Babu Freak. I want a little Babu Freak. I just like that thing was awesome. Fucking Babu Freak.
Yeah, he was funny.
Like they would have given him more, like him and Baby Yoda, best things coming in Star Wars recently.
Yeah.
Oh, apparently Baby Yoda, he's not Baby Yoda, he's the child.
We know he's not Baby Yoda.
Yeah, but no, I'm saying, but like his official title,
we're still gonna call him Baby Yoda.
Yeah.
Nobody's gonna call him the child.
The child?
Because if I just say the child out of context, people think I'm talking about a child.
I love the child.
I love the child. Yeah, the child's so awesome.
The child's so cute.
Yeah, so like in the official branding and marketing, well, look at that flame compared. Like that one's just like almost perfectly just.
Yeah.
And this is just.
Like the minute they give Yoda's species a name, then I'll be like, oh, baby, whatever.
Yeah.
Maybe.
But no, he's still gonna be Baby Yoda. Because he looks just like Yoda.
Yeah.
But yeah, so on all the official branding marketing stuff of him, so like if you go and buy a Baby Yoda doll, it's not going to say Baby Yoda, it's just going to say the child.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. They should make Baby Yoda like the main character in the next arc.
They said that guy, who is it?
And little Baby Yoda's getting trained by Rey.
No, the next, for the Knights of the Old Republic thing. Darth Revan.
Oh yeah. I keep seeing rumors. Everyone's begging for it to be Keanu Reeves. I think that would be awesome.
No, everyone wants Zatanna to be Keanu Reeves.
Was it Tom? I thought it was Darth Revan.
No,
Revan's the one with the mask and the thing. And
yeah, but I think they want the good guy in the fights. Revan.
How far ahead, or how far in the past is
Lucasfilms wants some in it too.
Knights of Old Republic?
I think it's like thousands of years before the current movies.
Oh, well, see, this, I keep seeing this art, the bottom one. This is my first time seeing the upper one. I think he took credit for either one.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, he is.
I would love to see him in a Star Wars movie.
Guys, Keanu can't just be in everything.
Yes, he can.
He can, though.
He's Keanu. It's fucking Keanu. What was I saying? But yeah, maybe I might have to watch Star Wars again. The Rise of Skywalker.
No, you don't, because it's bad.
I didn't like the fact that like all of a sudden it's like this is like to the sky the lightsaber thing when it's like she had Luke's lightsaber and she goes and throws it. He was like, "You're gonna need that," and he brings it back. And then it's like, "Oh, Leia wanted you to have this," and it was her lightsaber. And then it's like,
that's another thing that made me mad, that Leia was somehow
training.
Yeah,
She was a Jedi.
Well, they made it seem like she was stronger than Luke.
Oh yeah.
Also, which is like, doesn't make no sense.
Don't make no sense.
I was gonna be mad if Han Solo would have been a Force ghost. I'm glad he was a memory, and not a Force ghost, because I was gonna be like,
Everybody's a Force.
everybody's a fucking Force ghost now. Like Han initially didn't believe in the Force. He's never used the Force ever in any of the movies. And all of a sudden he's a fucking Force ghost. Mm-hmm. And like, okay, I would have been okay. Maybe I would have been because like Leia did something. She died to do something.
Yep.
And so whatever she died to do. So apparently, she died to turn Kylo Ren back to the light.
She died to say Kylo.
Yeah,
or
right.
Ben.
Yeah, like that's what she used the last of her energy.
Just say Ben, and then he turned, and then Rey stabs him.
Yeah.
Or it's maybe because since she's a light side, so by her dying, it has to balance. So it swaps Ren.
Maybe.
Balance. You know how they always have to be. Like,
Yeah.
Even though the light's always fucking. Even though the light's always just hanging on by a thread.
By a thread, it seems like, yeah. That's actually a good theory.
That's so stupid.
I
love the lore of Star Wars, but the fucking and
the whole balance of the Force
universe of it, but the whole the writing is just awful.
I'm gonna have to go back and watch it again.
Like they had no game plan, and they were kind of going on what like people were reacting to.
That's exactly what it was. And then this last movie was kind of like, oh, wouldn't it be cool if this happened?
Yeah.
And wouldn't it be cool if this happened?
But,
But they didn't plan like, how would these things happen? They're just like, yeah, Rey's gonna fucking pull a ship out of the sky.
Yeah, why don't you have...
And Rey and Ben are gonna have a fucking tug of war fight with this ship with force powers. And then Rey's just gonna summon lightning.
When she did the Force lightning, I was like, holy shit! And I was thinking maybe that I would have liked to see her path down the dark side a little bit more, like have her actually. Cause like remember in the original trilogies where Luke kind of he went down that path a bit. That's why he kind of became the Grey Jedi that he is now. Whereas Rey, like, she's so afraid of the dark side, especially now knowing her name is Palpatine.
They didn't really go into Luke's whole thing with the dark side though.
They kind of did with like on
Dagobah?
Dagobah, yeah.
No, they didn't.
You don't think so?
They went through a cave and he saw Darth Vader.
That's true.
Like,
but it was his face instead of Darth Vader's helmet.
It should have made it more like he to find that little fucking pyramid thing. He had to fucking like kind of embrace the dark side.
Embrace the dark side, yeah. That would have been cool. Yeah.
But the writing's terrible.
I still like, I don't know. Like I said, maybe it was just because I was there. Like, I'm watching a new Star Wars movie, and I'm just in the moment of. I'm in the moment watching a Star Wars movie. But I mean, I liked it. But yeah, no, I do have issues with some of the certain
But
things.
you like everything.
I have some issues that happen.
I've yet to hear something that you don't like.
Yeah, but you truthfully dislike it.
I said I didn't like fucking Last Jedi.
All right, but you would still give Last Jedi like a 7.
Well, it's a Star Wars movie.
Exactly.
No, seriously.
Which means you did like it. You just didn't like it as much as you thought.
I would give Last Jedi. Like, if I'm giving it a high rating, I would give it a 5.
If Last Jedi had that little fucking guy in it,
okay, then it'd be a 7.
then it would be way better.
Babu Freak?
If it had Babu Freak in it, yeah. Like, I just, like,
Finn was, he was unbearable in that movie, bro.
In Last
The
Jedi?
new one.
No,
Oh.
the other one.
Finn?
It was unbearable.
Yeah.
I didn't like his haircut. I felt like he was too,
Poe was kind of useless too.
yeah. Like, this one...
You would think that Poe... Oh, well, yeah, because they don't kill Leia, so I was going to say you would think that Poe would kind of be like the commander, the new commander or whatever.
Yeah.
But Leia doesn't die until the end of the movie.
Well, see, that's why I said this one should have been the second movie. Like, Last Jedi shouldn't have happened. Last Jedi shouldn't have happened. This should have been the second movie.
I mean, if this movie was the second movie, it wouldn't have made sense either, so...
Well, no, because it would have led more. Okay, Force Awakens. Who the hell is Rey? Who are these new guys? The new rebellion, and then this one would go into handing the reins on to the next generation
Why
of
couldn't
Jedi.
she have been like Snoke's kid?
I don't know. And see, I wish.
And
Okay,
then maybe Snoke could have been a Palpatine.
I think I think what they should have done instead of Palpatine coming back, because okay, when they went right before they reveal fucking Palpatine, they're showing all those fucking clone containers. And there's like 2 or 3 fucking Snokes, just all in fetus.
Uh-huh.
They Snoke was a fucking clone, and it could have been like, okay, Snoke is Palpatine, but he's like a fucking
fucked up version.
But
he could have been. That's what I'm saying. He could have been a fucked up version of his kid, and she could have been.
Yeah, exactly. They could have done some more with that. But that's what I'm saying. This one could have been the second one. Should have been the second movie, and then the third movie should have been something more. This shouldn't be the end of this trilogy. Because, like, really, all they did was reveal all the shit that we like. Oh, these are all the questions from part
Honestly,
1.
I hope it is, and they just start.
Just go on to a new story.
They are. That's exactly what they're gonna do.
Enough with this.
They said, or Kathleen Kennedy said they're not going to do trilogies anymore.
Yeah, they're not. They're gonna be individual movies. They're gonna do more like Solo.
They said they're not going to put a cap on just 3 movies. So,
shit! I thought they were gonna be individual movies.
The storyline could be 4 movies, 5, only 2, only 1.
Huh.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Fucking
5,
7.
7.
That's cool.
Pumping and coming.
Did you guys watch the last episode of
Directing
Mandalorian?
and coming.
Huh?
The last episode of Mandalorian?
Force coming.
Yeah.
Force coming.
Dark side coming. Force lightning out of my cock.
Is Dark Side coming? Black coming?
And Arnold is gonna be in the new Star Wars movie.
I would love to see Arnold make a cameo
I'm
in Star
gonna be
Wars
the
movies.
new Emperor. Emperor Schwarzenegger. And I'm gonna be just pumping and
That'd be awesome.
I don't know, pumping and destroying the planets.
He has a workout montage of him just using the Force.
And destroying planets.
He's working out with
Yeah.
the Force. He's
Just big ass weights, and he's just doing that.
He's working on, and it's like in between, there's just planets exploding. And they're like jumping light speed, and then another planet exploding.
Oh, hey, okay, so who's the chick?
Nobody has my record of planets. I have the most planets. Darth Schwarzenegger has the most planets. Who is this sissy boy Vader everybody's talking about? He only killed 1 measly planet, and everybody loves this Vader guy. I killed 10 planets, and I've got massive biceps while doing it.
The chick in the gold
Oh
helmet.
man, that would be great.
I know.
And then he should have like a force hammer
instead of a
the lights hammer.
Yeah, it's a lightsaber hammer instead of a fucking
lightsaber.
So it's just a full-on shot, but the fucking the head just.
No, it's like the handle, and it's just like a plate, and then when he activates it, it's just like.
Or it's all metal, and then the edges are just the light.
Or that.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Like it's like a light fucking on the edges, or an axe.
That would be cool.
Dude,
they
should totally get ridiculous with it.
Start getting into different weapons.
They should.
Put Arnold Schwarzenegger in it with a fucking lightsaber axe. That sounds badass. To be honest, that sounds better than anything that they did on this last movie. Or somebody with a fucking lightsaber axe. That's cool.
That would be dope. The chick in the gold helmet. Who was that?
Like get even more medieval with it.
Like
the actress,
story wise or actress?
The actress.
I don't know.
Like when they opened her, like I recognized her eyes. I just couldn't like.
I don't know. Were you guys able to pick up that black chick was Lando's daughter?
Yeah, I thought that too. No.
But like at the end, Lando is like oddly creepy.
Yeah,
like,
that was like.
Let's find out.
Yeah,
that was Lando being Lando. That was Lando.
You should have like smelled his fingers. Let's find out.
Oh yeah, that was Lando being Lando. That was Lando trying to get laid. Because I picked up that there was a connection between them, obviously towards that end. But what are you talking about? How it was supposed to be? When she's
It was just because they're black. That's why. That's why she had.
No, well, supposedly they cut the scenes out the movie, but they're supposed to like be a little more clear cut that this girl was Lando's daughter. Mm-hmm. Or there was like a conversation where Lando would be talking and he'd be saying like he's looking for his daughter, and she was taken away and she was taken from the Empire, and then just like Finn, she got put into the Stormtrooper stuff.
Oh, okay, I thought maybe I missed
and then
something.
that's where you would see. Or they're talking about, they left each other, so then you would probably put two and two together. That might be Lando's daughter.
Because I figured there was going to be I figured there would be some kind of connection. Initially, it was, I got that creepy Lando vibe, like, he's just trying to, let's find out. But then I was like, no, he's, like, there's something. So, but yeah, I did pick up on that. We should have said spoiler alerts. We'll put, like, something in the beginning.
I mean, we're talking about Star Wars. People know what we're going to be talking about.
Yeah, true.
The movie. Like if you listen to our podcast and you thought you weren't going to get spoiled.
Yeah, true.
You made a very big mistake.
Oh god, what was something else? I like the whole interaction with fucking Poe and that chick with the gold helmet. Like can I kiss you? And then like at the end, like when like they're like across the field from each other, and he kind of gives her that look, like she just shakes her head, like.
Yeah.
I didn't care for it.
You didn't care?
It was funny.
That shit made me laugh.
It was the whole introduction of the character seemed pointless to me.
Yeah, I still liked it better than the fucking casino scene.
She had no point in being there.
Yeah, well, it was kind of.
I would say it's just as bad as the casino scene.
I liked it better than the casino. But yeah, I guess it is just as pointless because they just go there just because they blow up that planet.
Poe doesn't get shit from it. He doesn't like get to.
It's a bit of backstory
reignite
for Poe,
this.
though.
It doesn't get to reignite this relationship with this person.
You don't ever see her face.
You don't ever see her face.
We don't even know
and at
where
the
her
end,
name
like he still gets nothing from her. It's just no point in her ever fucking meeting.
Yeah, but it's a bit of his backstory though. That's the only thing. It's just like his backstory is like he used to be a spice runner, and now we know he used to be a spice runner.
What's wrong with him being a spice runner? I don't understand.
Like it's mundane job.
He's a drug smuggler.
Or they meant no, that was actual spice.
Oh, okay.
Like cinnamon and shit. That's why they're like, all you did was just like a UPS job, and you're a fucking general now or whatever.
You're a delivery boy.
That would have been funnier.
That would have been funny. So with the Mandalorian, have you guys watched it? What do you guys think of the last episode?
Did you watch it?
I watched it. Yeah.
The one where they took Baby Yoda.
They took Baby Yoda. Yeah. I was bummed that what's his name died.
Werner Herzog.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was the best. He was the best.
He was fucking awesome.
He was cool.
Well, his name was what? Quinn.
Maybe he's not.
Quill.
Maybe he's not dead. Maybe he just got blasted in the face.
No,
now he's gonna come back even more grotesque.
No, he was dead. He was clearly dead at the end.
So this new bad guy is the black guy.
Oh no! I'm not talking about him. I'm talking about
Werner Herzog.
No, I'm sorry. I was talking about Quill.
Oh yeah. What's his name?
Cool.
No, but the actor
I have
Gary
spoken.
Busey. No, yeah, Gary Busey.
Gary Busey, yeah.
That was Gary Busey.
That was Gary Busey, yeah.
Yeah.
And Taika Waititi is the robot.
I'm thinking. Wait, what's
Is
the
it
other
right?
guy that looks like Nick Nolte? No, it's Nick Nolte. It's not
Which
Gary.
droid?
Is it Nick Nolte?
Yeah, it's Nick
Oh,
Nolte.
Nick Nolte.
The bounty droid?
The bounty
It's not
droid
Gary
is-
Busey. It's Nick Nolte.
Yeah, it's one of those two.
No, it's Nick Nolte. The one from the Hulk movie.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So it's not Gary Busey.
No, it's Nick
Yeah,
Nolte.
yeah, Nick Nolte. He's right.
But they're like basically the same person.
They're the same guy.
I
yeah.
have spoken.
I was bummed that he died.
Yeah, I was too. And then that black guy.
I didn't see it coming.
Yeah, me neither. Like I thought he was gonna get on the ship and then
I was gonna make it.
bone out.
So these stormtroopers are legit stormtroopers under fucking Palpatine and shit, or Snoke.
They're at this
Snoke.
point they would be under Snoke, yeah. Well, no, they wouldn't even be under Snoke yet. They're well, I guess yeah, because Snoke is rising up the First Order, so they would be under Snoke.
So is this the introduction of the First Order right here
I'm assuming
into this?
because right now the what were the rebels called? They're called the
New
New
Republic?
Republic. New Republic, yeah. So it's the New Republic, and then the First Order rises up within the New Republic and takes power,
Like always.
like always.
Just like last time.
It's the exact same thing.
learned
There's a
nothing.
Senate vote. We vote for this guy to have all the power, but when the war's over, he's going to give all the power back. But then he doesn't.
God damn it.
Didn't this happen before?
Fooled us again.
But yeah, so right now these stormtroopers are they're the remnants of the Empire.
Yeah, but
But-
these ones had like they're clean.
Oh yeah, these ones weren't. Yeah, they weren't all fucked up like the
All
other
dirty
ones.
and shit,
Yeah.
rusty. Like they've been through the fucking time.
I didn't notice if they had the actual.
Ring.
Did they have the Empire logos on them, or did they have something else? Because the First Order had a different
I
logo.
don't even know what the fuck you're talking about.
I didn't notice.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because you know the Empire has that. It's that hexagon with the fucking thing in the middle.
Yeah.
Let me see. First. The First Order symbol is the opposite. Okay, so the Empire.
I was
is
bummed that
the one on the right, and the First Order is the one on the left.
I was bummed that Werner Herzog died.
Yeah, I always like him, and
Yeah,
Wait, who don't?
that fucking guy.
the one
I
that
would like to see the baby.
yeah. Like his voice is just awesome.
Hey, sleepy.
Like he could just narrate stuff. Just
Sleepy. Like yeah, that was the fucking connection.
I'm trying to think of what else he was in something where like he was just saying some off the wall outlandish shit. Like it was like some Rick and Morty type shit where he was just talking about like, but I can't remember what it was. Where he was just like saying something about, like, oh, like it's some blood and guts and shit. But he's doing it that like in that voice where it's just like that serious like.
Yeah, hopefully he's not dead and he comes back fucking like all nasty and grotesque.
Yeah,
And then he fucking becomes even more of a bad guy.
that would be cool.
He kills that black guy.
That'd be cool.
But probably not because they don't have that good writing. But the Mandalorian is so far the best Star Wars thing.
They've got.
Yeah,
Mandalorian is
I've
fucking
seen.
awesome.
I think it's the best Star Wars thing. Like as far as entertainment, like it's good.
Well, if
It's
you,
got good
if you notice
writing.
all the
It's got decent
standalone
writing.
stuff, the standalone stuff like Rogue One
Rogue
was
One,
awesome.
I like Rogue One and Mandalorian. Rogue One's good and Mandalorian. I didn't see Solo, so I can't.
I like Solo.
I
Solo's
can't
pretty
say
good.
whether that's here or there.
My favorite part about Solo is
Should we take a
fucking
little breaky poop?
Donald Glover. Yeah, let's go take a break. Take a quick break and we'll come back at it. Hey guys, really quick, just want to take a quick break to talk about Anchor. This is the app we're using to create this podcast right now. If you've ever thought about starting your own podcast, Anchor FM is awesome. When we were trying to get this podcast off the ground, we had millions of questions. We had no idea how to do it. How to record an episode? It was a struggle. How do you find background music? We still don't have background music, but Anchor FM lets us do that. We just don't use it. How do I get my show posted? How do I get it on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Play Music, all the other places people listen? Where do I find advertisers? The answer to every one of these questions is really simple. Anchor. Anchor is a one-stop shop for recording, hosting, distributing, and monetizing your podcasts. And best of all, it's 100% free.
and 100% ridiculously easy to use. My favorite thing is that everything is done in the app. You record, you edit, you post, everything's just right there. You know, when I'm not around, G-Roll's able to do it, and you know, how easy is it?
It's easy.
There you go. So, anchor.fm/start. Get your own podcast. If you're not doing it, you're wrong.
And we're back.
I watched the first episode of The Witcher, and I liked it.
I like the choreography is really good.
Yeah.
It's,
I like how fast they
clearly
edit it.
following the book. It's not the movie.
Yeah,
at all.
it follows the book more.
The book, like that's it's so far that's like I think it's the last wish that they're at. Because she's supposed to be Snow White, the chick, the wizard hiring to
Why you
kill.
gotta spoil it for me?
Oh, well, I mean it's
Why'd you gotta spoil it for
my
me?
bad.
I
Yeah,
don't
what
know
the
anything
fuck?
about. I don't know anything about what's going on.
Most like
They
most,
don't get to that at the end of the season, bro. What the fuck?
Now it just sounds hokey to me. Don't like it.
most of the all the villains and characters he kills in the book are like right now it's Snow White, and then it's oh fuck, what is it? Because and then like if you notice, she always has 7 guys around her. It's the dwarves.
Which one? With 7 guys.
Like she has her 7. She has her. I don't know. I didn't like. I watched only the first episode, so I didn't see any more. But like in the book, she always had 7
The girl in the
bodyguards
first
with her.
episode?
Yeah. What's her name?
Yeah, whatever. Renfrey.
Renfrey. Yes.
Oh, okay.
Renfrey.
I see.
In the book they talk about there's a scene where she says like they talk about the reason she's on the run. She's not because she's a princess, but she's born. She has that mutation that the wizard's talking about in the beginning in the first.
Oh,
What, that dudes wanna
he's
bang
not,
her?
he's not talking about Siri. That's why.
Yeah, yeah.
No, I'm not
okay.
talking about Siri.
No, yeah, that's
Talking
what
about
you
You thought, yeah, he thought you were talking about Siri.
But no, I got it after you said, or after you were saying the girl from the first
Yeah.
episode.
So she
But
she's a princess. She was born under that sign, so she has that mutation. But she physically she's fine. The other girls that he killed all had like claws or had something fucked up with them. But this girl was born all her shit's internal. But like she's like super strength. She's a mutant, but she's like a good mutant. Like she has, like it's a like she can use it. She's not all fucked up looking.
She doesn't have negative.
Yeah,
effects.
and well, she's got like an anger issue. Like she freaks out, like she blacks out. But so what happens is, just like in Snow White, where it's not the queen. The queen doesn't want to kill her because she's more beautiful. The queen wants to kill her because she has a mutation. So she sends her out to go pick flowers in the woods, and she sends the huntsman with her to go and fucking cut out her heart and bring it back. The huntsman tries to rape her. She kills him, rips out his heart, puts it in the box. They find the box thinking she's dead. Turns out she got away. And then she moved in with those 7 guys, and there was a gangbang.
That's in the book?
Yeah, it's in the book.
That's not in the...
Like I said, I only saw the first episode, so I don't know if they get...
There was a gangbang?
There's
No.
a gangbang in the book, yeah.
FYI, they don't.
They don't. Yeah, but Geralt brutally murders him in the first. So you haven't seen the full first episode?
No, I didn't get to
Oh, I
watch
thought
all
you
of
said
it.
you watched it.
No, I didn't get to finish it.
So you literally barely started the fucking episode.
No, I watched...
You fucking asshole.
I watched up to where he's talking to the wizard and shit.
Yeah, so
That's-
you're halfway through.
You're not. He's not even halfway through.
And then Jasmine started
He's like
complaining.
you're like a quarter of the way through.
He watched like 15 minutes.
Yeah, he watched
of
15
an hour
minutes.
long episode.
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, I love it. It clearly goes by the book.
I like what I
It
saw
clearly
so
goes
far.
by the book,
Yeah.
obviously.
I like what I saw
Yeah,
so
he
far.
knows all about it already. Like he
And well, and
already
like-
knows every little thing about it. He watched fucking fish. He knows more about it than I do. He watched
Well,
fucking
because
15 minutes
I've read all the books.
of the
So.
fucking thing. I watched fucking 6 episodes.
Did you watch 6 episodes then?
Yeah, but I can't. It's hard to pay attention to it. Kind of. Like the first episode is probably like the best one.
I think he's like.
No,
And it really did make
episode
it-
5 is really good.
It didn't make it clear to me that there was 2 different timelines going on. Like, was that obvious to you right off the bat?
No.
No, it's not supposed to be off the bat. It's like
Okay.
you're supposed to realize it like in episode 3.
Okay, but it's like a subtle.
Yeah, because basically when you're watching Geralt, it's before
He meets Siri.
Niflgaard
Take over and fucking
is it Nilfgaard?
Yeah.
Yeah, before Nilfgaard attacks, and then when you're watching Siri, it's after Nilfgaard.
Okay. Yeah, 'cause that was throwing me out because they kept cutting back, and like this is clearly Siri, but
Yeah.
he's like she has the white hair. Wait, has she gone through Witcher training yet? Is what's going on here? So I didn't know. She didn't have any of the scars yet. She's little,
Yeah.
so.
So on Witcher 3, it's already like she's older.
She's already old. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she
Witcher 1. Witcher 1. She's younger.
Yeah.
She's like a little
this,
kid.
This is like basically Witcher 1.
Yeah.
No, this is even before Witcher 1.
Yeah.
Witcher 1 takes place because the books take place, and then the game, and the books are how
Witcher 1, she's like a teenager, and then Witcher 3, she's like
a full-on
a
adult.
full-on adult. She's like 22.
She's in- yeah.
Like,
And the books talk about how him and Yennefer beat. They get into him, and they get into him losing his memory and meeting.
I don't know any
Okay,
of
why
the,
am I going blank on her name?
I don't know any of the.
who?
Redhead.
Redhead? Triss?
Triss.
I don't know any of the storyline.
The books are good. The books are really, really good. What's sticking in your pocket?
It doesn't look like they get into Triss at all.
Oh, that's booty.
Yeah, I didn't see any redhead before.
Have they introduced
At least
Yennefer?
not yet. Huh? Yeah.
What?
Yennefer?
Yeah, it's all about Yennefer. Yeah, there's episodes.
Well,
that are
that's
just all about Yennefer.
that's the thing that's kind of annoying about the books too, is because he is all about Yennefer. Like he's just like, well, because he makes a wish, and the wish, like, his wish is like, oh fuck, because I know it saves her, and it's just like, oh, like our faces are meant to be intertwined, and it just makes him like fall madly, brutally in love with her. So he's just like all in on her, and she's kind of.
It kind of spoils stuff for this guy.
Oh shit!
No, I saw. He's already like.
I forgot you haven't played the game either, huh? Because if you played the game too, you'd be like,
Yeah, he would know.
You're like,
But yeah, but like the whole thing with the gym is what he's talking about.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, but so you don't know what his wish was. They
Oh,
don't
yeah,
tell
yeah,
us
yeah,
what
they
his
didn't
wish was,
tell you.
which he basically just said what his wish was.
my bad. I didn't know. But yeah. So, I got news. I got stories other than what we were talking about. Oh, this coffee's good.
The opening of The Witcher was bad too. I mean, you're all, oh, it's great. The
I liked
opening
it.
was bad
No,
because
what-
he's
what was it
literally
bad?
like he doesn't say much like that.
That's Geralt. He doesn't say shit.
Yeah, but he's like all he is like "Me," and then his voice is kind of overdoes it a little bit on the voice.
I just felt like they were being very true to the
and
character.
then
the book.
everybody makes a comment about his fucking clothes, like, oh
That's a running theme throughout the book and the games.
yeah, but it's like
Like literally, it's like go get some new clothes.
Yeah.
It's more in the book, but
it's like what's wrong with his clothes? It's better than what everybody else is wearing.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Like
Yeah.
everybody else is wearing like rag, like looks like a hole cut in a big towel.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's
But at the time when they were doing that, he just fought a monster. So like he was all muddy.
It's all
and-
muddy and fucked up, and the Kikimara.
No,
He still looked like not that much different from everybody. Yeah, but it did get better after that.
Did you guys see that new PlayStation controller accessory that's coming out?
Oh, the buttons on the back.
The button on the back.
Yeah.
Supposedly,
It's for handicapped people.
no. It's like, you
No,
know how they have the scuff
you know-
controllers where they have
yeah,
the,
you know how I have my controller that has the buttons on the back.
so you can like instead of having to hit the L2 and R2 up here, you can assign them down here, so you can just
It's because you can't use these two fingers and do all this.
yeah, it makes it a little easier.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, what it's for is so you can keep your hands on your thumbsticks,
yeah,
and you don't have to reload, switch weapons, or use the face buttons as often.
yeah.
So you would use triangle or square or X or circle
You can assign
on
it
the
to,
button on the bottom buttons. So less time on your analogs, less time off your analogs would improve
Yeah.
how good you play.
Yeah.
But what supposedly the rumor that I'm hearing is based on, or the rumor I read based on this accessory is kind of like a precursor. Like they're trying to get people used to those buttons on the back because the PS5 controller
Who's gonna have them?
It's gonna have those buttons.
Cool.
So, which I thought was pretty awesome.
I think that's cool because that's always kind of been a little flaw with the with all of them, they both have those two buttons right here too close together. They expect you to use these two fingers, and it doesn't work well.
Yeah. I hope they have
your coordination off and stuff. Yeah, like if the buttons were kind of down here better. Or some, I don't know how you would do that.
Well, the buttons are going to be down here. So, like, let's say you hold the controller like this.
Yeah.
The buttons are going to be down here.
Yeah, like on the handles, kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be cool. 'Cause that way they sit naturally.
And Microsoft is going back to saying that this is going to be the most powerful console out. It's going to be the most powerful console
Who?
available.
Microsoft? How if they have the exact same
yeah,
hardware?
and I'm trying to, but the only thing I can think of is the Series S is going to.
It's like everything they're saying that we know so far.
Yeah.
Powerful console that we know so far. Because
Is that what they're
PlayStation hasn't told us anything.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
So
no,
we
I
are the most powerful console so far. Like,
Yeah, I guess.
I just I
They
have
always
the,
do that shit like that, yeah.
Yeah, I have the feeling that Xbox is going to Series S is not going to be like if you buy an Xbox Series S, you're going to be pissed off when they come out with the Series S1 and the S2 and which each one is slightly
Each
more
year,
powerful than the last one until it matches what the PlayStation can do.
I don't know. Who knows?
Yeah, like I said, I think I said that last week. Is like I don't like the Series S doesn't sound. It sounds too not permanent. It sounds like this is just the first of.
Who knows? This seems like it's such an era in video games where they have to adapt.
They have to constantly improve. Yeah.
They have to adapt because something's changing about the way people play video games nowadays.
Yeah.
Like it's different.
Yeah.
But
It
now it was
is.
7 years ago, 5 years ago, 3 years ago.
isn't the rumor that PS5 will be able to run up to 16K?
That's the current. Well,
That's the
they're
running rumor.
announcing 8K, but they're saying eventually they'll be able to scale up to.
I mean, Microsoft hasn't said shit about 16K.
They can't even
They
comprehend
fathom.
16K.
People at Microsoft can't even view things in 16K.
That's why they think their system is the most powerful. They can't even see ours.
They think they're just looking at a blank screen.
Some blank screen.
PlayStation 5, you can't see me.
Let's see. The Rise of Skywalker makes Knights of the Old Republic, Darth Revan canon. How does it do that?
Wait, what? What's the other?
So the Rise of Skywalker makes Knights of the Old Republic's Darth Revan canon.
I've been seeing that around. I don't know. I never looked into how they did it.
Because
A legion of Sith troopers were named after him. The official Star Wars visual dictionary reveals that each 5,000 strong legion of Emperor Palpatine's Sith troopers are part of his final order are named after the ancient Sith Lord, the Third Revan Legion.
Okay.
That doesn't mean he's canon. That just means, well, if they specifically say that he's named after Sith leader, then okay.
So is there like a Plagueis Legion?
It could be. Let's see. Revan was not the only name mentioned, as it was also confirmed that Sith Lords and
Because
Dedu,
Plagueis is like
Tanis,
his actual.
Phobos. That's okay.
Yeah,
Darth
Darth
Phobos, Decimus both appeared in Force Unleashed games. Oh, wow, so they are actually tapping into the video game universe for some kind of stuff.
Because that's
That's
the
super.
richest. Because that's the
And that's some
richest
of the
form.
better storytelling, too.
Exactly.
Even, like, I just finished fucking what was it? Was it Lost Order? Last Order? Whatever it's called?
Yeah, because they get
The
creative.
Fallen Order.
They
Fallen.
get creative with it.
Yeah.
Like, they get creative with the use of the Force powers and the lightsaber and the combat.
Yeah.
And the character.
Yeah.
And they have fun with it.
Yeah.
You know, it's fucking the movies. They take it too seriously, and like they don't get that creative enough. They try to like. Seems like they stick to like a fucking formula or whatever.
Well, for the movies, as far as the Force goes, they're just like, yeah, let's just make it bigger. Which is why in the last movie they're just ripping
That's what I'm saying.
ships out the sky.
That's what I'm saying. They're not getting creative.
Well, they did that.
Like,
They did that in fucking
like, how does she not use
Force Unleashed?
Like, how does she
Once.
not get creative with
And
like?
yeah, they did it once in Force Unleashed and
for
Starkiller.
for extreme dramatic effect.
And Starkiller was like killing himself over. Doing
Yeah, that's
that
true.
shit.
And they
Like,
were just. But see, but then again, it was also a fucking Star Destroyer too. Whereas
But they
these
don't,
two are
like-
just doing over a transport, which.
But they don't get creative with the like. They don't use it in combination. Like, oh, she's fucking. There's a battalion of stormtroopers. She runs, fucking knocks the first row down, throws the lightsaber at the other one.
Well, see, that was
and then
that
fucking
was
maybe
the first
makes the
time- no.
ground shake.
It wasn't the first time I seen.
You know, makes the ground
lightsaber
shake,
throw.
and then all their fucking lightsabers go, and then she fucking slices the. Like they don't like she. Like all she does is like, oh, and then fucking stab these people, deflect lasers.
Did anyone
just like
throw
one
lightsabers
move,
in the
one move
prequels?
at a time? One move at a time,
Yeah.
like some RPG shit.
Anakin did.
He did do a lightsaber throw?
Yeah.
Okay, never mind then. 'Cause I was thinking about that. I was like, fuck, I don't remember seeing that. But
Yeah, like how are they not able to like? Okay, she's fucking having
think
a
Mace
sword.
Windu did.
She's fucking fighting with the sword, and then she has to like dodge, and then she still uses the force to like defend. Like she lets go of the lightsaber, but she's still controlling it with her mind, and she like does a cartwheel kick, and then the lightsaber's still like blocking shit, and then she catches it.
yeah,
Like that's all cool shit that they could
would be
do, and they
cool,
don't
yeah.
do anything like that.
That would be cool. I
They
don't
don't
know.
do nothing like that. Like it's just straight up. Here's a sword fight, and then here's a force choke,
Yeah,
and then here's
true.
a sword fight,
It's
and then
very,
here's me just jumping far.
It's very formulaic.
Here's me jumping far. Here's me doing a Kobe, and fucking like that's all cool, but like
Yeah,
get
no,
even
I
more
get what you're
creative
saying.
with
Yeah,
it.
well, like I said, in the video games, they do get way more creative with it. They do, like what you're saying. One of the moves in Fallen Order too is like when like there's a combo that you can do when you're doing like it's good when you're fighting big groups. It's like you're attacking one character,
Yeah.
and he'll throw the lightsaber and he'll spin around him a couple times and like just back everybody up. If it doesn't hit anybody, it just backs them away from you.
Yeah.
And then one of the force thing, like some of the force powers he has, is like he has group attacks. So like you can pick people up and throw them, or you can do the force powers to the
You can,
stormtroopers.
like-
But if you're
yeah.
surrounded, you can like do it's a force push, and it just like it goes in the
It's like a wave.
like a wave. It goes all around you, and it like just forces everyone away from you.
Yeah, but even like in the
One of my favorite things in Fallen Order when you push stormtroopers off the ledge, like if you're like battling and you push them off the ledge right before they're like, why? They'll just fall.
like, even
Like the most creative thing they've done in this last 3 movies is Kylo stopped the fucking laser.
Yeah,
That was like the coolest Force thing.
yeah.
that was very cool.
that we've seen. We've
I
never
do
seen
like-
Obi-Wan or
Yeah,
Yoda or
anyone do it,
anybody
yeah.
like just stop the fucking laser.
I do like when they're fighting each other when they're not even in the same place. Like that was kind of
That was I thought that was dope. And then how they had the bean spilling and all that shit, and it was just like, yeah.
yeah.
I wanted her to touch Darth Vader's helmet.
But
I wanted her to have because there's something that happens in
even in the, but I was saying about the fight scene. Even probably the best fight scene of the Star Wars thing was Qui-Gon Jinn
And Darth Maul.
and Obi-Wan versus Darth Maul.
Yeah.
That's probably the best fight scene in all the.
I agree.
In all of them. But even that's like it's just like the choreography is beautiful. But even that's just a straight up sword fight.
Yeah.
With a few little force things here and there.
Yeah.
And it's like two Jedis. How are they not getting creative with fucking Obi-Wan helping fucking Qui-Gon do a fucking
Do a flip with the-
somersault?
yeah, with the force, just
yeah.
flick them around and stuff.
Or do like a Raiden fucking. Like you help him. He's like this with the lightsaber fucking.
Oh my
going at-
god, that'd be awesome. That'd be fucking awesome.
Like get creative.
I forget that fight always reminds me of the last fight between him and Anakin. He goes, "It's over. I have the high ground."
Yeah.
But it's like when he
He
kills
does it
Darth
against-
Maul.
yeah.
He was hanging off a ledge and jumped up.
Yeah.
Yeah, like he didn't have the high ground in that fight either. So
I mean, he didn't even have a lightsaber in his hand.
yeah,
It was like over there.
Yeah, it was over there. He jumped up, force grabbed it, and
He
Yeah.
force propelled himself up, and then force grabbed,
the one thing I wish it would do,
and then somehow horizontally chopped him.
chop them across. Yeah,
Not like just like a obscure fucking pathway.
Just a clean,
a clean
waste.
90-degree parallel.
That's why they were able to bring it back. Dude, I just saw fucking someone like that. What was it? Fucking, they got drunk and went somewhere. Oh, no, he got drunk and it was driving a forklift. And the forklift rolled, and he tried to dive out of it, and the roll cage slammed down on his fucking hips. So now he has no, like, from here down is nothing. He has no, so it's just, he's like just below his belly button, and that's all he has.
So he lost his dick.
He lost his dick, he lost his hips, he lost his legs. He's just...
You know what would be cool if they did like a Star Wars series where it was more about the Sith and like them fighting each other for like the top spot.
That would be fucking awesome. There's a story.
Like
if they do get into the Old Republic,
like you have like Darth Raven versus another Darth Sith Lord.
Because that's pretty much
you
what
get into the politics of the Sith.
Because that's kind of what the politics of the Sith were. It was just like it was just constant battling to become the most powerful Sith.
Yeah.
And that's why there's only
if they kill all the other Sith, they
have more
like Highlander.
Stronger.
It's
stronger.
Yeah, and that's why there's only 2 Sith at a time, because it's like I have to train one other Sith to keep the ways of the Sith going. But if I train any more than that, then I start losing my power.
Yeah.
So. And that's why, at the end, fucking Palpatine became so powerful, because he was, like you said, the Omni-Sith.
But still, it was over the top. It was like his power got multiplied by like 20.
Yeah. Well, because at the same time, too, like, at that point...
I really thought it was so corny when he fucking electrocuted the fucking space above him.
Yeah.
And literally just fucking destroyed, like, fucked up every shit that was in the sky.
Well, you have to figure, at that point, he was the only active Force user in the entire universe. So he was able to draw upon the entirety of the Force.
Shut up, Peter. That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense.
Well, no, because think of, like, the way the dark
It's not like for 2 seconds he was the only active Force user in the universe, so he became more powerful.
Yeah, they were both.
He didn't kill Rey or Kylo, so that doesn't make any sense.
I guess, but still, there's only 3 Force users.
Still
in the universe. I don't know. I liked it. I gotta watch it again.
Yeah, so if anything, he should be just as strong as he was in Return of the Jedi, because there was 3 Force users.
No, because
him, Darth Vader, Luke.
Yeah, but if you get into, because there's also Leia, then if you get into some of the side canon...
if we're going to get into that, then there's thousands of Force users that just don't know how to use the Force.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I have no arguments for it.
Supposedly Finn could use the Force.
Fuck Finn and his stupid haircut.
Didn't he? Wasn't there a point where he used the Force against Ren somehow?
No, he used a lightsaber against Ren.
But he did something that was like, what the fuck? Remember? Ren was like...
No, what happened was, remember, he's reaching for the lightsaber, and it starts to move, and Ren goes, oh shit, because he thinks he's using the Force, but then Rey was behind him, and it was Rey that pulled it.
Yeah, but he was like, things in that
I think
tower.
I think somebody...
And then they're like...
I don't know if it's like confirmed or if it's just a theory. So they were saying that Kylo always knew that Finn was Force sensitive. Mm-hmm. Because like when he like from the moment he saw Finn like not shooting anybody, because as soon as everybody because as soon as we're like, oh, what stormtrooper was it? It was like whatever. Like he knew, like he was already keeping his eye on him.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Well, yeah, and I guess because in this one too, yeah, you're right. He was with
the signal or the communication
he was like,
signal. He knew
just trust me. Just
He's
like,
I got a feeling.
Yeah. But that could also be argued that Rey. Well, he was feeding off of Rey, but
that fool was always trying to feed off Rey.
Could also be argued that it was just dumb luck.
Yeah, that too.
He was a fucking idiot. And he was just
and
I got a feeling that we should just do this, guys. What if you're wrong?
And what happened with him and Rose? Because remember, like, him and Rose at the end of the fucking...
I think with that, like, just everybody hated it so much from the last one.
They're just like, okay, they're just good friends.
Asian girl?
Yeah. Cause like at the end of fucking Last Jedi, they were all up ons, and then like in this one they're just like, hey, what's going on? I'm gonna leave.
Yeah.
I'll be all right.
Yeah, she's like, I gotta study for this fucking math test.
Yeah.
Like we've almost died together several times.
Several times, yeah.
And you're gonna treat me like I'm some sort of mundane. Like, how's the weather? The weather's nice, huh?
Oh yeah. No, you know what it is they banged and things got awkward.
Yeah. Maybe
So,
that's
yeah.
happened.
It won't get awkward, I promise. Things got awkward. Things are awkward. Shit. Well, that's all I got. You got anything, Mr. Weezy? Any final words?
Yeah.
No? Chubb?
Eh,
I do have. I have a story about Tom Holland and Bobby Gear. What was that?
Bobby Gear.
Bobby Gear
Yeah.
and Tom Holland. So it's
Tom along.
Pretty sure it's Bob Iger,
yeah, Bob Iger.
Tom along.
but I like saying it Bobby Gear.
Bobby Gear.
Tom along.
Yeah, no, because it's Tom Holland and
Tom along.
Tom Holland and Bobby Gear.
Yeah. Tom along.
So it's his version of the drunk call.
He's like, Tom is sober. Like,
He says, I couldn't tell if he was drunk, but I called him because I knew he was upset and he wanted to talk to me about the status of Spider-Man. At the time that I called him, he was in a pub, I think, in London. If it's noisy, I just stepped out of a pub. He explained. He sounded a little giddy, and I didn't really make the connection until I recently read that he said he was a little bit drunk. So we had a perfectly nice conversation, and it was a good conversation. But he can drunk dial me anytime. As long as he calls me Bob. That sounds kind of dirty. Somehow he can call me anytime I'm drunk. As long as he calls me Bob.
See, I told you.
And then
no,
we would-
Robert's here.
I told you Tom along said he was gonna suck his dick. He fucking.
That's it.
Yeah.
Call me Bob is code for get on your knees and Bob.
He only said it because he was drunk. And Bob was confused at the time. He's like, he wants to suck my dick? And now it's starting to all make sense. He was under the influence
Under the influence.
of the alcohol.
And on that note, don't forget to follow us on Facebook at facebook.com/TheRealPressStart. On Twitters at RealPressStart. On Instagram at TheRealPressStart. Follow us on Spotify, Spreaker, SoundCloud, iTunes, Google Play Music, anywhere you get your podcasts. Like us, rate us, review us, share us with your friends. And let us know what you like, what you don't like. On that note, game over. No more questions.